Last night, we watched as election results came in around the province. Adrian Dix put it perfectly in his concession speech. BC politics is never dull. Over the period of a month campaign, we saw an NDP lead in the polls wither away, culminating in a Liberal majority. What caused the surprise? It was a stunning turnaround. What opinion polls had shown to be a tight race favoring the NDP, in reality turned out to be a decisive Liberal majority.
The NDP had such a huge lead in the polls that it really does seem like they snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. They're going to have to do quite a lot of internal soul searching to see how they could have blown it.
Even locally, an Oracle poll commissioned for CKPG News and the Prince George Citizen showed a close race in Prince George Valemount. A very different scenario played out Tuesday night with Bond beating Ogasawara handily.
Polls are only as accurate as their methodology. They are also a snapshot of voter intentions and not actually voter output or voting. So we have to take them with a grain of salt.
When you're riding high in the polls throughout a campaign, that tends to not motivate your base to come out. They think that they can sit at home and it's a foregone conclusion, whereas it tends to motivate the underdog. That's what we saw here. Their base just did not come out to support them.
Voters had the chance to cast their ballot for 3 days at advanced polls or in Tuesday's general election, but some say turnout may be another reason for the outcome.
Voters caused the surprising result, but also non-voters. And pretty soon we're going to have a conversation very seriously about all the people that couldn't be bothered to come out and vote. They had 4 years notice, and I guess they were too busy watching funny cat videos on YouTube.
Both the BC Liberals and the NDP were actually down votes over 2009. The NDP had a catastrophic failure to execute their Get Out the Vote plan. They were down about 50,000 votes over 2009.
Marshall Smith says a hard-fought campaign by the Liberals was a main factor in their victory.
Politics in the modern day, and certainly campaigning, is a blood sport, and it is an environment where you have to point out your opponent's deficits. And you know, the BC Liberals were certainly better at doing that.
Whatever the reasons are, it's also just BC politics. Maybe surprises shouldn't really come as that much of a surprise.